This is 7National News making headlines. UAE observes World Oceans Day. Remittances to the Philippines now possible in real time. And EU to offer 150 million euros to E. coli affected farmers. Trash to Homes is the latest initiative in Dubai that aims to provide a better living environment for marine life in the waters of Jabal Ali. Atlantis The Palm launched this new initiative in celebration of World Oceans Day. According to them, it is essential to continue raising awareness on the importance of marine conservation, as well as inform and educate the public about the measures they can do to contribute. It is hoped that with this project, with other initiatives, the oceans and its varied species will thrive for many more generations to come. Khadija Salih has this report.
The conservation of marine environment and its species is an urgent call for everyone across the globe. According to statistics, plastic waste kills up to 1 million seabirds, 100,000 mammals, and countless fish each year. Nearly 60% of the remaining reefs worldwide are at risk of extinction in the coming 30 years. Thus, in the UAE, organizations such as Atlantis at the Palm are highlighting the need for collective action with their latest project, Trash to Homes.
We had this wonderful idea to take trash, plastics, and recycle that into homes for fishes. It's sort of unique and it's a little bit different. So we've partnered up with a local company called EcoSol here who have an extruding device. They basically recycle plastic into tabletops and all different kinds of shapes and materials. So we went to them with the idea of asking them, well, what happens if we could make some habitat for some animals? So they've come out with some very unique designs, and we're going to actually place them in the ocean next week, monitor them quarterly, and hopefully next year when everybody comes back, we'll have wonderful pictures of all these structures that have now been encrusted with sponges and corals and bryozoans and actually create homes for fishes.
It does take a lot of work to maintain a controlled environment such as this one. However, the ocean, according to experts, only requires our cooperation to keep these creatures alive and well. The plastic that will be collected on June 11 in celebration of World Oceans Day will be turned into artificial reefs such as this. After some time, these reefs will encourage growth and provide new habitat for sea creatures. Statistics show coral reefs comprise less than 0.5% of the ocean floor. However, more than 90% depend directly and indirectly on them. With this project, company officials aim to further protect the existing resources by encouraging the public to join in the effort, beginning with education.
Every Tuesday evening, an Arabic night where the family comes to the Lost Chamber and gets educated about the water, and that's a family evening, which is a very well received. Also in a hotel, within a kids club which we have the aquarium also, and the people working in the kids club are also educating also the children. In the Lost Chamber itself also, we have people working here, colleagues, who are really knowledgeable about all the fishes, and people are really curious about all the questions we have, and we try to educate always or inform people about the aspect of the ocean.
Meanwhile, residents and tourists say these visually engaging exhibits at the Lost Chambers inside the property help increase knowledge and awareness about the complex and rich marine ecosystems locally and across the globe by providing a preview of what it's like under the sea.
It's just really cool to see all of it because, at least for me, I know that half the fish in here I've never seen before, and it's a really cool way to innovate kind of a fun learning way for the kids here.
So I think it's good for the environment, and I think you should look after them because they're a type of species that you have to look after, and they're great creatures.
It is estimated that by 2012, 85% of people will be living 60 miles off the coast. And with 80% of pollution in seas and oceans coming from land-based activities, it is essential for each one of us to do our share in saving the planet. Khadija Salih, 7National News.
As the economic outlook for the MENA region shows signs of positive growth, the need to align corporate governance of the Islamic finance industry with international benchmarks of conventional banks is crucial. Dubai-based think tank the Hawkema Institute launched for the first time today a policy framework for Sharia banks and regulators. Owing to existing gaps in corporate governance matters between Sharia and traditional banks, the task force set out key recommendations that would have a positive impact for the smooth functioning of such banks. Officials stressed that, amongst others, the inclusion of a proper succession planning policy, IT committee at the board level, and the presentation of corporate governance report is vital to bring about consistency for banking legislations. Governance of the Sharia law itself was also declared of paramount importance.
Islamic financial institutions have two types of governances that they need to worry about. The standard governance issues having to do with the role of the board, audit committees, risk committees, controls and procedures. But in addition to that, they have to be Sharia compliant, both on their asset side, on their liability side, and in terms of the products as well and services that they offer.
Starting today, sending remittances to Visa cardholders in the Philippines has become more efficient, direct and real-time. Visa, in partnership with the UAE Exchange, launched the UAE's first service enabling remittances to be sent within minutes to Visa cardholders in the Philippines. June Wrigley has this report.
With over 600,000 Filipinos living in Dubai alone, remittances sent from the UAE to the Philippines is valued above $500 million. The Philippines ranks fourth highest in terms of total volume of remittances worldwide, just after India, China and Mexico. But more than just remittances, what this new product launch demonstrates is the increasing importance of digital currency as part of daily life for consumers, businesses and governments around the world. According to a Moody's economy study, in 2008, nearly a quarter of worldwide consumer spending was completed through some form of card payment.
Every time a market develops electronic payments, there has been research to say that when electronic payments are embedded in a market economy, they actually directly impact the GDP and raise that by 1%. So you can imagine the impact of just enabling electronic payments, especially in emerging markets. There are various uses for it, Once you start getting or receiving money electronically, even very small players have a record, they have an established history, and you can in fact just use that to get a loan in. So the impact of electronic payments and development of initiatives like this is multifold.
Cash may be known to be king, but digital currency, electronic money, e-currency, call it what you will, is increasingly becoming the preferred mode of payment for its speed and convenience.
The most striking feature of this product is the customer holding a card on the other end. He need not go to any locations. He need not go to a bank branch. He need not go to an agent location to pick up the money. The amount that is remitted from here straight away gets loaded onto the card that he's holding, what he is having in his pocket.
So how does this new service work? Visa and the UAE Exchange have simplified the remittance process into two easy steps. Step 1, bring your payments into any UAE Exchange location. Step 2, give your recipient's Visa card details, and within minutes, funds are transferred. This service is currently only available between the UAE and the Philippines, but without a doubt, this is just the beginning.
I think every receive country, especially the South Asia, Southeast Asia, and the Africa, South America, Eastern Europe, these are all the traditional strong receive markets. So there are opportunities to introduce the similar product in all these regions as well.
Although electronic money can provide many benefits such as convenience, privacy, increased efficiency, lower transaction fees, and new business opportunities, there may be many potential issues with the use of digital currency, such as fraud and money laundering.
Visa prepaid cards that have been issued that are, say, gift cards, or where the KYC has not been done, the Know Your Customer process has not been done, are actually blocked in our system. So anonymous cards, which don't carry people's names, etc., cannot receive funds. Right? So it's cards where the bank has indeed done due diligence on you. So obviously, as a global organization, we are very conscious of AML rules and regulations, and so are partners like UAE Exchange.
And with 1.9 billion Visa cards worldwide, this demonstrates that despite the potential risks, digital currency is only moving faster and further. June Wrigley, 7National News.
Emirates Airline has been crowned the world's largest carrier of global traffic for 2010 for the second consecutive year running, according to the International Air Transport Association. IATA figures that were released late on Tuesday showed that German airline Lufthansa came in second, while US Delta Airlines jumped from 9th position to 3rd last year. China South Airlines also made the top 10 for the first time. Figures also showed that Emirates is the only Middle Eastern carrier among the world's top 15 airlines in terms of passenger kilometres flown and freight tonne kilometres. Looking abroad now, the European Union will offer at least 150 million euros in compensation to farmers affected by the E. coli outbreak, according to the European Commissioner for Agriculture. German Agriculture Minister Alza Aigner said consumer security would remain the priority in Germany. The European Commissioner for Agriculture and Rural Development said the proposed 150 million euros as a starting point will go to growers of fresh vegetables whose businesses have been affected by the outbreak. EU Fresh Produce Association Freshfell Europe estimates the weekly economic damage in all countries affected by the outbreak to double the compensation amount, 307 million euros. Also, the Spanish minister said that 150 million would not be enough. The source of the infection, which has killed 22 people so far, has still not been identified. A representative from Russia's emergencies ministry has called the wildfires that have been blazing in the region difficult but workable, while reports claim it is an attempt to calm fears over a repeat of last year's devastating forest fires that destroyed crops and forced Russia to ban grain exports. Russia's Federal Forest Service on Tuesday reported over 230 wildfires in forests across the country. The fires cover an estimated 618,000 hectares in distant regions of Siberia and Urals, an area 3 times the size for the same period last year. The head of the Russian Emergencies Ministry administration said firefighting crews had succeeded in localizing the major blazes. Close to 5,000 people have been involved in fighting the fires, including 78 aircraft, according to the Russian Emergencies Ministry website. Up next, we have the day's business news, so stay with us.